Hello, everybody. Welcome to Karmic Palms. Let's do a 2026 report in this person's palm. Before we do, please subscribe. And if you want to get your palm analyzed, do WhatsApp us, it's in the description box. Now, how will 2026 be for this person? Let's do, I think this person is about 27 years old. Okay, he's about 27 years old, and they want to know how will next year be, because this year has been not quite good for this person. So how will next year be for this person? Let's study it. Now look at the person's lifeline. If you see here, it comes down, and if you see this part here, it branches like this. You see that? And then it continues all the way, and it goes in. I'm not going to discuss about this person's life span and things like that. I'm just going to focus on what's going to be next year in terms of health. Health wise, this person is not going to have serious health issues, but there's going to be it's going to be quite a stressful life for this person for 2026. Okay, it's not going to be an easy ride. It won't be something smooth. They will suffer in terms of mental health. Mental health wise, there's going to be a lot of pressure to as if things are getting stuck and this person doesn't know what to do, that kind of a problem. So this person is going to have health wise, in terms of tension, stress is going to be a lot next year. One. Second thing is, if you see the fate line, it comes up like this, and if you see here, there is a line cutting across like this. Okay, which means there will be either this person will get laid off by the company, or there will be some obstacle in the business. That is one. They can expect a major change, or they can expect major change, I mean shift of job. Either they'll get laid off or they'll quit the job. And because of that, for a few months, there will be a financial tightness in this person's life. This will most probably happen around that, I would say roughly around that the mid next year. From the beginning itself, the stress will be there. But roughly around that May onwards, there'll be a shift, and that will last for a few months. So that's why the stress and everything is going to be a very high stage in this person's life. Now, mind line is okay, but there will be, like I said, stress is there. So this person will go through a lot of, you know, mood swings, or what do you say, shift in mood. It won't be constant, like constant good mood or constant bad mood. No, suddenly he feels happy, and suddenly they'll feel bad, or they'll start overthinking, oh shit, what am I going to do with my life, and things like that. So they have to be extra careful. Also, if you see here, in terms of mole here, now there is one mole here, massive mole, and there is another mole here. You see it? Now what does this mean? See, when you have a mole like this doesn't give you a time of when it's going to happen. Nothing good ever happens with a mole in your hand. Let me make that very clear. In this person's case, when you see the size of the mole here, it's not small, it's a massive mole, which means what happens here is repeated financial losses. They will not be able to focus on work. It won't let you focus on work. What will happen is, it will always, like, little bit of stress comes, it wants you to give up. It will want you to say, let me quit. Let me not do this work anymore. I'll find something better. But actually, you will struggle. This is what your mind is playing with you. So what happens is, when you have a mole here, repeated financial losses. If you are in business, okay, it can happen, say, in Jan of next year, or it can happen in March. Again, it will happen in August. Again, it can happen in November. Okay, so it will repeatedly keep happening in your life. Why? Because the mole is considered to be very, very unlucky in your Mercury mount. Mercury mount is all about communication. It's all about business dealings. It's all about money. It's all about growing your business. Everything related to business is in your Mercury mount. If this itself has a mole here, and what happens is, it's close to this. See, if it's here, then you can say married life is okay. But what is happening is, since it's very close to your marriage line here, you see this marriage lines here, it's coming like this, which means you can also expect disturbances in your marriage. there will be a lot of ups and downs. There'll be tension, there'll be conflicts, there'll be what do you say, fights, arguments, those kind of things. This will be on a constant basis. Now, what is the remedy for this? Have it removed. Have it removed. See, when you remove it, it will take at least 6 months for this negative effects to go away from your life. 6 months minimum. So have it removed immediately. So by March, April, whatever that is, your time will start getting better. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen is this will create a lot of havoc in your life. It won't let you sit in peace. It won't let you breathe in peace. It won't let you operate business in peace or job at peace. It will keep putting thoughts in your head. Quit. Do something. It wants you to go into negative. Your mind, your willpower is pushing you in front, but this one will push you down. And then this will be your breaking point. So don't keep this. Please have this removed if you have something like this. Okay, that is one. Second thing is here. When you have something like this here, this means this is still small, but it's getting darker, which means you feel isolated, you feel lonely, but all this is happening in your own head. Please keep in mind, everybody is friendly. Everybody, for example, let's say you go for a party, you're in between, say, or you go for a wedding or anything like that. I'm just giving you examples. And then what happens is you feel lonely. You feel like the world is against you, but it's actually not. It's in your own head. Thoughts like this come into your head, and if it's on the top part. At the bottom part, it's worse, and as it gets lower, it becomes worse. So this part on top makes you feel isolated. And also they have to be very careful. For example, if they have too many relationships with the opposite sex, they might even get an infection. Below your waist problems will come. And normally constant pain, constant suffering of, a lot of pain, like slip disc. That is one. Second thing is private parts. Those kind of issues will start coming into your life. So this is not a good sign. Okay. And isolation, like I said, you feel isolated, you feel lonely, you don't feel like doing anything, you feel like the world is against you, things like that. But it's all happening in your head. When you have signs like this and things like that, you need to understand that there is a problem, that you need to you need to look inside. No point blaming the world outside. Okay. So these are the signs of that. And in terms of heartline is okay. I don't see any issues here. Heartline is okay. So I don't see any major issues. Okay. There will be heart related issues, but definitely not at this age. Also, if you see here, guys, there is a massive X mark here. Do you see this part here? There's one line going like this, and there's another line cutting like this. This means again repeated financial losses. Okay. Now, when can this happen? Can you expect this next year? Yes, it can happen. Why? Because this doesn't warn you when it's coming. This one, the mole here and the X mark here, doesn't warn when it's going to happen. It can come anytime. The minute you have a negative thought, you're activating something. The minute you're activating something, it will come and hit you financially, mentally, financially, all these kind of issues. So overall, how is this person's next year going to be? It's going to be pretty rocky. Okay, can you expect a break? Yes, there will be a break, maybe at the later stages of the year, after August onwards. But before that, from the beginning, I would say from about Feb, March onwards, it's going to be quite rocky. Okay, I hope this helps. Please subscribe. And if you want to get your palm analyzed, do WhatsApp us. It's in the description box. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.